Good morning, students. I hope you all are well and devoting sufficient time to your studies. Dear students, today we will study the chapter 3 Adaptations in Animals. Like plants, animals are also found all over the world. They live in the hot deserts as well as cold polar regions. Some animals live on the land and others live in water. The surroundings in which an animal or plants live is called its habitat. In order to survive, animals have to adjust themselves to their surroundings. They should be able to get food and protect themselves from danger. Thus, the process by which animals or plants adapt themselves to survive in their surroundings is called adaptation. We say that the living beings have adapted or changed themselves to fit into their habitat. For example, the wings of birds and insects are adapted by which they are able to fly. There are millions of animals on the earth. They live in deep oceans, on high mountains, in plains and in valleys. These animals have different features which help them live comfortably in their environment. Children, based on the habitat, animals can be grouped as terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, arboreal and aerial animals. First of all, we will discuss about terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals are the animals that live on land like elephant, tiger, deer, lion, etc. All these are called terrestrial animals. Their bodies are suited to live on land. Most of them have legs to run fast, catch their prey or to protect themselves from their enemies. Most of them breathe with the help of lungs. They have well developed nervous system and sense organs to feel the change in their surroundings. Let us study more about terrestrial animals in a particular surrounding. First of all, we will study about the animals that live in cold regions. Weather is extremely cold in polar regions. That is why a polar bear has a thick fur coat which protects it from the cold. The penguins living here move in groups to keep themselves warm. Some land animals like frogs, lizards and snakes cannot bear cold weather. During summer they eat a lot of food and during winter they become inactive and go deep under the ground, and this is called winter sleep or hibernation. Now we will study about the animals living in hot desert areas like camels. In deserts there is very little water. It is very hot during the day but very cold at night. Desert animals like camel, store fat in their hump. The fat can be converted into water when needed. Camel can also drink about 10 buckets of water at a time. It also has a thick skin to protect itself from the heat of the sun. And the thick skin also prevents loss of water by evaporation. The feet of the camel are padded so that they can walk comfortably in sand. Now, dear students, we will study about aquatic animals. Aquatic animals means the animals that live in water. These animals are called aquatic animals like fish, snakes, turtles and crabs. Children, you might have seen fish in an aquarium. Did you notice the shape of its body? It is wide in the middle and narrow at the end. Its body shape is known as streamlined body, which helps it to swim easily in water. It has fins to swim and to change the direction. If you carefully watch the fish in an aquarium, you will notice it opening and closing its mouth all the time. This is how the fish breathes. Water goes in through the mouth and comes out through the gills. The gills take oxygen from water and pass it into the blood. Ducks are aquatic birds and they have webbed feet to swim. Cranes and flamingos have long legs to help them wade in water and long beaks to catch the fish from water. Now we will study about amphibians. Children, do you know what are amphibians? Okay, I just tell you. Animals that can live both on land and in water are called amphibians. Frogs, toads, salamander and tortoise, etc. are known as amphibians. They have legs to move on land and also to swim in water. They have lungs to breathe on land, while in water they breathe through their moist skin. The next category of animals is arboreal. Children, animals that spend most of their time on the trees are called arboreal animals like monkeys, langurs and chimpanzees. They have strong arms, legs and long tail which help them to swing on trees. Arboreal animals have claws to support them while climbing. Children, now we come to the next category of animals, that is aerial animals. Students, animals that spend most of their time in air are called aerial animals. Birds, butterflies and bats, all these are aerial animals. Children, birds have light hollow bones and wings with feathers to keep them fly. They have a streamlined body to cut through in the air. Streamlined means they have boat shaped body, that is broad in the center and narrow at the ends like the fishes. Many birds living in very cold places fly thousands of kilometers to warmer places in winters in search of food and shelter. This is called migration, and several birds migrate to India in winters. Children, animals can also be categorized on the basis of their eating habits. On the basis of eating habits, they are mainly categorized into 5 groups like herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, scavengers and parasites. First of all, we will discuss about herbivores. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Like cows, deer, goats and elephants are herbivorous animals. They also have sharp cutting teeth at the front and flat grinding teeth at the back. The next category is carnivores, means the animals that eat flesh of other animals are called carnivores, like lions, tigers, foxes, eagles, etc. All these are carnivores. These animals have long sharp teeth or beaks to tear the flesh. Their canines are very well developed, which help them in tearing the flesh. Some carnivores need to run very fast to catch their prey. These animals have very strong legs. The next category is omnivores. The animals that eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. Like human beings, crows, cockroaches and bears are known as omnivores. The next category is scavengers. Like vultures and hyenas are scavengers. These animals eat the flesh of dead animals. Vultures have a strong and sharp beak to tear the flesh of the animals. The animals that depend on other living animals for their food are called parasites. For example, leeches, lice, fleas and mosquitoes. They live on or inside the bodies of animals. Parasites have suckers or sucking tubes to suck food from other living organisms. Dear students, now we will study about adaptations for protection. Animals are hunted and eaten by other animals, so they need protection from their enemies in their surroundings. Animals adapt to protect themselves from their enemies in the following ways. Number 1. Camouflaging. The color and shape of some animals like zebras, leaf insect and grasshopper are such animals that they can merge with the surroundings. This is called camouflaging, and these animals are called camouflaging animals. Camouflage makes an animal hard to be seen in its surroundings. This adaptation protects them from their enemies. A chameleon changes its body color according to the surroundings to escape from its enemies. Arctic foxes live in polar regions. They have brown coat in summers. They grow white fur in winters to merge with the surroundings. Tortoises and snails have hard shells that cover and protect their soft bodies. Porcupines and hedgehogs have sharp spines to protect themselves from their enemies. So, we can say that adaptations are the favorable qualities in an organism that help it to live and survive under conditions in which others cannot sustain themselves. Dear students, I hope that this chapter is clear to you. So beta, stay safe, stay calm and keep devoting time to your studies. Thank you.